Okay, so here's my input. I come in and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. This leg here with this brownish cap, that is this branch. So that's my 0.033. And I'm gonna go 2.2K to ground. And I've got a wire going here to the upper side of the tone pot. So that's that. Down this way, 10K to 0.1. That's my 10K, that's my 0.1. And that junction, follow on through, goes to the lower side of the tone pot. All right, this middle leg, I've got a combination for the 0.15. And then I've got a combination resistor for something close to 2.7K. And that goes off to ground. Wiper from the tone pot comes over here to the center tap. And the volume pot is this other input leg that's coming across here to the upper leg there. Wiper comes off and goes through a resistor capacitor to ground. In the junction between them, I have a 1 microfarad. There's a 50 volt cap, that should be more than enough. To the output. Switch doesn't do anything, not right now. All right, time for the acid test. All right, let's get the Princeton tone circuit out of here. Drop in this guy. Start there in the middle. Okay, so we've got the tone circuit in here. Let's see, my guitar signal is going into the universal gain stage. Output of that is coming into the AC Delco volume and tone. Output of that is going to the cathode follower. The output of that is going into the EL84 speaker driver. Output is pretty pitiful, I gotta admit. If I turn the volume up, there is zero nuance. Yeah, it feels like it doesn't really even do anything. And I think that's because, from personal experience, the Big Muff tone control is very lossy, so I'm losing a lot of gain and a lot of volume just by going through this thing. Since I have some extra circuitry around that, this is really extra lossy. And to hear it really appreciably at all, I've got to turn the volume way up. And when I do that, it really defeats any of the nuance that the tone control has. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to put another gain pedal in here and really boost the volume going through. I won't do it in the amp like this. I'll put the original one back in and put this guy on the front end and see what that sounds like. So after my first sound test, this guy seemed to be loaded down a little bit too much from these first and final low-pass filters. So I used the 3-pole double throw switch here to remove those legs of the filter from the circuit. So I'm just keeping this center big muff-like tone circuit. So I've renamed this the Little Big Muff in honor of that. So I disconnected a few things here from the input and moved that first low-pass filter and the final low-pass filter to these legs of the switch. So now I have an off position where the output from the volume goes right to the output, and with the extra circuit engaged, then it has this additional filtering. It livens it up a little bit. On the schematic, this connection to the capacitor resistor pair is maintained, but the connection to ground is severed through these legs on the switch. For the output, I'm controlling what the wiper connects to. It's either going to go to this resistor capacitor pair, or it's going to jump over this and go straight to that 1 microfarad output cap. The terminating leg of this low-pass filter is also controlled by the switch, connecting or disconnecting that capacitor from ground. So let's give that a listen. And back on the bench, we're going to use that guy, but we're going to put this thing in front of it. All right, so this is my old transparent overdrive, because it's transparent and it's an overdrive. This has a little over 20 dB gain when it's all the way up. So I need some power. What light is in there? Blinding the camera. All right, transparent overdrive all the way up into this guy. Do him halfway and halfway. Output will go to, take that to the amp. Let's give that a shot. Got volume and tone in about the 1 o'clock position for this guy. Well, from the few audio tests that I've done of the AC Delco tone stack in the context of an amplifier, it really doesn't work too well with the gain stages that I have. I'm going through the universal gain stage, through the AC Delco, and then into the cathode follower and speaker driver. There's not enough juice to push through that to give it any appreciable volume. So I wound up having to turn the volume control all the way up. When I do that, I'm at the upper end of that frequency response, and it's really flat up there. There's a little bit of high frequency roll off. And it loses everything. There's no nuance at all using the tone control when the volume is all the way up. Using it after the transparent overdrive, on the other hand, I'm pushing 20, 22 dB gain at the front end of the AC Delco, and then pushing the amplifier with that. I've got some really, really nice tones. There's a nice fuzzy kind of breakup. All right, that's the amp up about halfway. All right, so volume and tone in the 1 o'clock position there. Push a little bit more. That's everything all the way up. Anyway, what does all this go to show? I think I've got a usable circuit here, but I'm not going to wind up using it in an amplifier. I'm going to wind up using this in some separate gain or overdrive pedal and use these as the volume and the tone control for whatever overdrive circuit that I come up with. And that's pretty cool. So it's not going to be the bitchin' amplifier that I thought it was going to be, but I think it's going to be a pretty bitchin' overdrive pedal when I get that built. All right. Anyway, this is what experimentation is all about. Sometimes it works as expected. Sometimes it leads to a new discovery. And that's what we've got here. If you're digging this kind of stuff and you want to do some experimentations of your own and you want to see the kind of weird stuff that I come up with, spark your own imagination to try something bizarre, do consider subscribing to the channel because I think it'd be fun. I'd love to see you come along, and I'll check you next time.